Hey, this is Elijah coming to you today, and I wanted to talk to you about the 80-20 rule. And I'm not sure if you ever heard of this rule, but it's very, very effective as far as you managing your day and really understanding what internet marketing or being an entrepreneur is all about. So let's go into it. So the 80-20 rule. I can't remember, what the guy's name was that actually came up with the rule, but basically when it comes to being an entrepreneur, you want to focus 80-20. You want to focus on the 20% of what you're doing that will get you 80% of the output. So meaning when you work a full-time job, that's you working, that's 80% of your time and you getting paid 20% of the results. So if you flip that with an entrepreneur, then you focus on 20% of your time and getting 80% of the results. So do you understand what I'm saying? So when you work for someone, you spend 80% of your time and you're getting paid 20% of the results. An entrepreneur will focus on spending 20% of his time or her time and getting paid 80% of the results. So you need to understand how the 80-20 rule is always in effect. Even when it comes to managing your time, you want to focus on your time where you're spending 20%. You're spending, let's say if you're learning a new skill, you want to spend 80% of your time actually doing the skill and 20% of your time learning the skill. So you don't, get into that mode of learning and not doing, because the best way to learn is by actually doing, actually implementing what you're learning while you're actually learning in itself. Because the saying when they say, hey, a teacher learns more than a student by actually teaching. So the 80-20 rule is always in effect. It's always in effect. So guys, that's what I want you to focus on. If you're serious about becoming an internet marketer or being an entrepreneur, learn that you need to focus on 20% of your time on, you want to focus on the 20% that's going to give you the 80% in return. So if you're doing a task, you want to focus on that task that's going to bring you 80% of the return as in profit, but you're only focusing 20% of your time. You want to find out what are your most income producing activities. Once you find out what are your most income producing activities, then that's what you want to focus on. A lot of times we focus on a lot of things that are technical that are not getting us paid, like setting up an autoresponder. So this is Elijah. I want to make this very short. I want you guys to have a productive day.